Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, driver involved in Kasavo accident still missing. Methodist Church warns its ministers. A Newtown estate to be demolished.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The search for a 21-year-old man continues in the Rewa River near Kasavu following an early morning accident yesterday. A vehicle containing the body of a passenger, 25-year-old Koshal Singh, was retrieved from the river a few hours after the incident. Akusita Tale reports the driver is still missing.
Monish Sami was driving a white Prius belonging to an Asino bus company and picked up his first passenger in Baulevu at around 4 a.m. They were heading towards Suva to pick up another passenger when he failed to negotiate a sharp bend at Kasavu and ended up in the river.
I hear the sound, because the time myself sleeping time, when I open the door, then I see the car coming from Bailu side. Then when I saw the car stand here, there's one truck parking there. When I come here, then I see the car goes down.
Vinay Pillay, the uncle of the missing driver and also a workmate, has been at the site for more than 24 hours waiting for answers.
Before 4, we called him. He said he's going down to pick him now. So he was fine that time. So according to us, he already picked that guy. He came down. But in this junction here where the thing has happened, like from there we lose his contact.
Pillay hopes his nephew is alive and is thanking the police for their effort.
We'll wait here. That's our hope. Until we receive a body.
The missing man, Monish Sami, has been driving for the company for a month and is the youngest of 2 siblings in Newtown. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Resign and vacate the church premises. This is the stand of the Methodist Church of Fiji for any of its church ministers who wants to be a proposed candidate for any political party. Speaking to FBC News, Methodist Church of Fiji President Reverend Dr. Epineri Vakandewavosa says they will not stop any church minister from supporting any political party. However, if they wish to stand for elections, they must surrender their position. Ali Kimbia with the story.
Methodist Church ministers who are willing to contest the upcoming general election will come at a cost.
If any minister wants to join a political party, he has to resign from the church and at the same time leave the premises and then join the political party which he wants to join.
Vakandewavosa has advised church ministers to be thoughtful before deciding to stand for the election.
We have been asking our people to be very cautious at this time as we draw ourselves very closer to election. Election is a very important part of our lives as citizens of this country.
Reverend Vakandewavosa says warnings are being issued continuously and various church districts and ministers are aware of what their constitution states about joining a political party.
The constitution is very precise and clear, as well as the code of conduct of the workers of the Methodist Church in Fiji.
The Methodist Church of Fiji strongly believes that other religious ministers should deviate from engaging in political issues as this can affect their service to the communities. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama has condemned the attack on a medical officer at the Nassau Health Centre in Ra. Speaking during the Western Division Roadshow in Ra, Bainimarama stressed that the incident was unacceptable and those involved will be taken to task. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The Prime Minister has called on Fijians to ensure that attacks on medical professionals or civil servants are put to an end.
This is only the most recent in a string of incidents involving health professionals in Fijian communities. The police are actively investigating these matters and will provide regular updates. But I want to take the opportunity this morning to condemn those attacks. And I want every health professional and civil servant in the country to know that your care and protection takes chief priority above all else. And we are going to be taking a very hard line with anyone who threatens your safety or who interrupts your ability to do your jobs.
Bainimarama also took the opportunity to remind those present that with the general elections sometime this year, they should listen to the truth and the facts.
Well, you'll remember the doomsday predictions from many politicians during the 2014 elections. Some said Itoke land would be stripped away, that you would be robbed of your resources, and that our culture would somehow be lost. Well, 4 years on, we've all seen quite clearly that none of that has actually happened.
The Prime Minister adds that the roadshow will allow them to build a better Fiji for the future. Philippa Naikaso, FBC News.
More affordable housing is gaining more traction as the national agenda, with $10 million recently invested in the development of 120 low-cost housing flats. Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama says at the heart of Fijian society is the home, and as such, they are working to ensure all Fijians have access to high-quality housing at a reasonable rate. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
With the commissioning of new low-cost housing flats, the attention for more housing has turned to redeveloping some of the older estates.
And the latest national budget does an enormous amount to give more families the chance to not only find quality housing, but to give them the shot at owning homes as well.
The minister responsible noting that a recent policy change is literally changing the landscape on public housing.
All those housing authority subdivision, now we have made sure that there is certain square meter of land is available for PRB so that we can have units like this. Before there was no such arrangement, but now we have made a policy.
With Newtown Estate earmarked for redevelopment, there are mixed reactions from some of the tenants.
Most of us, we were asking if these lots can be sold to us, because most of us have been here more than 18 years.
Yeah, happy. Good new house.
Around 30 families are expected to be relocated from here at Newtown Estate. Their one-bedroom houses to be demolished to make way for more low-cost housing flats. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The woman who was found dead underneath a vacant house on Amy Street in Turak, Suva on Sunday has been identified by relatives. The victim was 28 years old and originally from Naluvatu village in Naitasiri. Police spokesperson Ananai Soro confirms that the case has been classified as murder after a post-mortem. FBC News understands the deceased may have been involved in a drinking party that turned fatal. The police investigation continues. Still to come, diabetes causes 65% of kidney failure, and the Lami Bridge to be reduced to a single lane. Stay with us.
Bulla, nevang go malakai leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bulla FM, nambang dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai lambasa, ya untuk telita ina warong ng Bulla FM, nambang dua na sere.
Gue ada tumeli, aku na tahu no hinga toka, telita kina na warong ng Bulla FM, nambang dua na sere.
Warong tuma ng Bulla FM, nambang dua na sere nawaluan.
Nevang go fani na tahu no hinga toka, kita untuk telita kina Bulla FM, nambang dua na sere.
Bulla FM, nambang dua na sere.
Diabetes is the cause of 65% of kidney failures in Fiji. Statistics show that more than 600 people die annually due to complete kidney failure. Pranita Prakash has more.
Nephrologist Dr. Amrish Krishnan says getting checked by doctors is vital as kidney failure develops slowly.
Going to your doctor for a checkup, that's important. A lot of people because kidney failure
happens so slowly and insidiously. People don't realize that the disease is forming inside.
He says that people should be more responsible when it comes to their health.
And so prevention of diabetes comes with the same things, increasing your exercise, eating appropriately, making sure that your food is not high calorie and high carbohydrate content. We want to encourage people to consume less sugar and less sugar-sweetened beverages, and we want them to take less salt so that they don't get high blood pressure. And all these things contribute.
58-year-old farmer of Bulla, Semal Daya, who has been on dialysis for 5 months, echoed similar sentiments.
Pressure and the diabetes, these are things that causes actually problems. And asking the people now to refrain from eating these kind of things. Eat lots of fruits, eh?
Meanwhile, the Health Ministry will be renting out a facility to provide kidney treatment to those in need, while work on the new National Kidney and Research Centre is still underway. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Diabetes Fiji has commended government's effort to decrease the VAT on imported fruit and vegetables. They say that this initiative will enable Fijians to have access to quality fruit and vegetables. Kritika Kumar reports.
The Diabetes Fiji chair highlighted that the approach to fight diabetes has failed as people were not able to access healthy fruits and vegetables.
It has been highlighted in recent studies by WHO. And the major contributing factors to this failure are the lack of affordable healthy food choices.
The VAT reduction will not only benefit adults, but is also an encouragement for children to eat healthy.
It is a good initiative as low-income earners will be able to afford the healthy fruits and vegetables.
It is a good initiative as school children will be able to have a balanced diet and quality fruits.
It's really encourage kids to come and buy, making them healthy, making them, effective at school like that.
The fiscal import duties on fruits and vegetables reduced from 5% to 0% in the 2018-2019 national budget. This is in support of ongoing efforts to encourage healthy lifestyle in Fiji and to combat non-communicable diseases. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The Lamy Bridge along Queens Road in Suva will be reduced to a single lane from 9 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. starting tonight and for the next 10 nights. Fiji Roads Authority Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says maintenance of the bridge bearing pads involves temporary jacking and support under the bridge beams. Moore says full traffic management will be present to guide motorists safely through the site. The authority says minor traffic delays are expected and travellers must take this into account when finalising nightly travel plans. In the new financial year, telecommunications companies will be fined for prolonged fallout time and connection. In the 2018-2019 national budget, it was announced that this initiative will serve as a further incentive to ensure promised network coverage is maintained. According to the Telecommunications Act 2008, it prescribes fines not exceeding $1 million for telecommunications service disruptions or outages. Digicel Fiji Chief Executive Mike Gregg says the telecommunications company supports this move by government as it is a further boost for Digicel to strive to provide the best to its customers.
We have our own key performance initiatives, we have our own standards that we set ourselves, and as a CEO I'm judged on those, my people are judged on those. So we take service and service performance very, very seriously. So the first thing I say is I applaud the government in advocating for the consumer. That's important. Also, that's something that we take very seriously and we advocate for as well internally. We'll obviously want to do the very best we can to make sure our services stand up.
The first public judging for the Digicel Bulla Festival gets underway tonight. The 9 Queen contestants who are vying for a top spot are all ready and confident of performing well. Felipe Nacaso has more.
It's one of the most anticipated nights during the Bulla Festival, and for these girls, they will need to be at their best.
It's our first public judging for the Queens. I'm pretty much excited. Last night was the talent and research topic presentation.
For Deepika Prasad, performing well during tonight's public judging will mean a lot to her family.
When I returned home, I only got to spend 6 months with my dad, and when he passed away, my mom told me his wish. So I decided I've left behind school to do this to make my family proud.
They are ready to go on stage to
to showcase their talent, and they're ready for the public judging this evening.
The Kings and Queen contestants were also hosted to a lunch early today by the Radisson Blu Resort. The first public judging starts this hour. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
In sports later with Jamie, runners prepare for Super Marathon this weekend, but up next is Rachel with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Production increases for Please Global Limited. And in growing Fiji, M8CC Tower progressing well. Stay with us.
Bulla, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bulla, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Leading business tonight, Please Global Limited says their production capacity has increased by threefold since they moved from Wallu Bay outside Suva to Namosi. The company, which produces bottled water under the AquaSafe and ViWi brands, has its own warehouse and water bottling facility on 420 acres of land in Namosi. Managing Director Warwick Please describes the move as an excellent one, saying they invested more than $12 million in the new factory.
We have much more control of the quality of the bottles we're making, much better control of the quality of the product, and much better control of the shipping. Because we've got good warehousing and good loading bays and good trucks, so we're very pleased.
A top management forum on knowledge management and innovation for small-medium enterprises is currently underway in Nadi. With knowledge management being a critical part of the workshop, this will allow participants to be innovative and contribute to enhancing the intangible capital of SMEs. The Director, National Training and Productivity Centre says this will allow the participants from all around the region to gain competitive advantage in their areas of expertise.
Knowledge management is part of productivity and is applied right throughout an organization. This fluidity in knowledge transfer is important to ensure that the right knowledge is available to the right people and at the right time, because key decision making depends on knowledge and timing.
And we now join Sharon from HFC Bank with the latest from the money market.
Looking at the markets today, the US dollar gained a bit more support this morning after the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell gave an upbeat outlook for the US economy. He reinforced views that the Fed was on track for gradual interest rate hikes. He also talked about trade disputes between the US and its trading partners, saying it was difficult to predict the implications for the economy. Wall Street stocks closed higher yesterday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average posting its fourth consecutive session of gains after Powell's optimistic analysis of the US economy. UK employment data for May showed an expected drift back to 2.7%, though the unemployment remained at 4.2%. Meanwhile, the pound sterling has come under pressure over Brexit concerns. And that's all the latest for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Sharon. Taking a look at today's currency exchange rates set this morning for the Fijian dollar. The volatile foreign exchange market saw mixed results for our dollar, which rose against the Chinese yuan, the Australian dollar, as well as the euro and the Japanese yen, but declined against the other currencies we cover. As for the commodities market, prices were on the low as oil fell to close at $67 a barrel. Gold dropped more than $8 to close at $1,229 an ounce, and silver closed down as well at $15.58 an ounce. And in Fiji tonight, the construction of the 18-story tower at M8CC in Suva is progressing well. Carpenters Group Retail and Marketing Director Kuna Sabaratnam says the additional stories will be used as office space. Sabaratnam says half of the new space under construction has been booked, while a number of companies are reserving space on a daily basis. He says work on the $200 million foreshore project has also started.
The tower block is coming up quite well. I think we already reached the 5th floor. They're working around the clock to make sure that we get them. It should be ready by next year March. The office towers and the waterfront, also the project has started. So that comes in 2-3 phases, and we are already on the road.
And that's business for tonight. JV joins you now with sports.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, Jerry Tuwai's family prepares for their World Cup journey to San Francisco, and Bamba Singh Alliance receive timely boost ahead of BOG. Details after the break.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jackson Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Fiji Airways men's sevens captain Jerry Tuwai won't be short of inspiration when he leads the national team out onto AT&T Park in San Francisco this weekend. The Nippy skipper's biggest fans will be in the stands to cheer him on. Tuwai's wife and parents will make their first trip abroad to rally the family hero. Wasil Prasad caught up with his mother Sirawai Liuku today to see how preparations for the trip are coming along.
Tears of joy as the Fiji Sevens skipper Jerry Tuwai's proud family prepares for their first trip overseas. For them, nothing gets better than a 13-hour journey to see one of their own play at the World Cup.
I'm excited to go. At the same time, I'm nervous, and I'm feeling a bit knowing that I'll be flying out tomorrow.
For Jerry's mother, it has been a long wait for her son to play for Fiji in an international competition overseas.
Was herself like, Jerry, we want to go. But now Jerry told us when he came back, Nana, you're going to watch the game.
It has been last-minute packing for the family as they're still adjusting to the excitement for their first overseas trip and the thought of seeing Jerry playing in front of thousands of fans.
I think they're very proud. They can pack, they can do anything. That's why I just came this morning just to tell my sister-in-law we start packing now.
The final day.
Their presence at the AT&T Park will surely stand out. They will provide all the motivation the skipper needs to lead a sport which is the pride of the nation.
For the last week we've been buying Fiji t-shirt and the Sulu to take, and yesterday I was writing down our banner.
Showing Tuwai's achievements so far in his rugby career, his mother, who treasures his trophies, has already made a space for a goal when he comes home.
Melrose Cup will come and sleep here, I bet.
This is the famous runabout which is usually packed with people when the Fiji Sevens team plays at any of the World Rugby Sevens series tournament. Expect the atmosphere to be same this weekend, but for 3 ardent fans, it will be something else seeing Jerry Tuwai in front of them in USA. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
This weekend, Sianganga Central College will take part in the Eastern Zone playoff of the secondary school rugby competition for the first time. Sianganga Central will be fielding 2 teams in 2 grades of the playoffs in Suva. Eleanor Turangaviu reports.
After having won the overall under-16 and under-18 grades in the Northern Zone playoffs last weekend, Sianganga Central College is now fully prepared for the onslaught against the top 2 Eastern Zone teams in both grades.
The boys are really motivated after winning in last week's game in Sabu. They are proud to be part of the school and also given the opportunity to represent North.
This is the first time the school is fielding rugby teams that will travel out of Honolulu to compete in Viti level, and they know that it will not be an easy task.
Preparation is underway, but unfortunately we're lacking in the resource. But we'll just improvise on some of the training materials here and the techniques and the support from the members of the staff.
The under-16 side plays against Lilin Secondary School, while the under-18 team will play against QVS.
We know that the whole of the Vanua level is backing us, and the players are working together in order for us to reach the Dean's quarterfinal.
Khalsa College is fielding its under-15 team to the Eastern Zone playoffs, and All Saints Secondary School is fielding the under-17 and under-19 teams. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC Sports.
The Lambasa football side received a timely boost today ahead of its this weekend's Battle of the Giants. Lincoln Refrigeration Limited handing over a check of $5,000 to the club's president, Rayaz Khan. The Mama Singh Lions, who were the losing finalists of the Fiji FAC tournament earlier this year, believe they are better prepared for this weekend.
This sponsorship will support us in the travelling and all. And Lambasa football team is young and durable. We've got an average age of 23 years old. So we've got a young team. All players are injury free, and the trainings are held 3 times a day. And the players are doing well and coping up well.
It'll cost over $3 million to get a team of local players into the 2019 New South Wales Cup. However, the bidding team is confident that with the support of the Fiji National Rugby League, they can get the financial backing they need in Fiji.
Requirements that we have to meet, obviously the main one being having that financial backing. And I guess that's what our presence here over the next few days is about having important meetings with government.
Chairman of the New South Wales Cup bidding team, Peter Odhibuni, have plans on having the team based here, where they...
More than 1,500 runners are expected to take part in the Island Chill Suva Marathon this Saturday. While it's a fun family event for many ardent runners, while it's a fun family event, many ardent runners have also prepared well for their events. Vastil Prasad reports.
Excitement is building up as these runners are gearing for the Suva Marathon event this weekend. It will be a full marathon of 42 kilometers, half marathon, plus team event of 10-kilometer race.
I'm looking forward to it. In the past years, what I've done is in 2015, I've done the full marathon. Then thereafter, I've been doing team marathon. So my love for long distance runs are more, and I'd love to do the half marathon.
While some will be coming to test themselves and their fitness level, others are running in support of the charity groups.
We opted for the 5 kilometers, so hopefully we can finish it. But the main aim for everyone is for the children, so yeah, that's the main reason we're doing it.
The Suva Marathon will begin from Albert Park on Saturday. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
In today's play of the day, it might not be a play from the field, but it attracted many eyes ahead of the World Cup in California. Fijian Warriors took over San Francisco's Union Square Tuesday, performing a traditional song and dance to kick off celebrations before Fiji begins its campaign on Saturday. That's it from Sports Tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather, and in new media, check out the new high-resolution 24-inch foldable display. That's coming up.
Narang gole senia, Obama kita nakas, dorong-rong bin nakape, on radio Fijuan, nandong ibit.
Ayaw benyana, ito barong na radio Fijuan, nandong ibisi, hingatoka.
Guado ilaisa hingatoka, rong-rong bin na heramakawa na radio Fijuan hingatoka.
Radio Fijuan, nandong ibiti.
In tonight's new media, we take a look at the world's first large portable display.
It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Such a fantastic day with just the right amount of sunshine. It wasn't that warm and that was the best part of the day. In other good news, we are only 2 days away from the fantastic weekend. Taking a look in the west, it's been a sunny day with scattered clouds. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, also sunny with light evening showers predicted. And up north, after a few light drizzles, it turned out to be a fine day. At sea, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, moderate seas. For the tides, low tide at 11:24 p.m. with high tide at 5:54 a.m. Sunrise at 6:38. For tomorrow, whatever your plans may be, either it be fishing, swimming or simply chilling under the mango tree, you are good to do so as the weather looks pretty clear. Tomorrow's temps, Savu Savu will be quite cool at 26 degrees. And looking further on to Friday, clear sunny skies is what I see for now. Hopefully it stays that way. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, will you look at buying imported fruits and vegetables since the duty has decreased?
Yeah, I can have plenty celeries and capsicums from overseas that usually are at higher prices before, and now when it's decreased, I can buy more.
Yes, I'll definitely buy it if it's cheaper. That's the reason I want to buy.
Yes, I'm okay. I'll buy more if it's cheaper. I'll buy more, but that is good for us.
It's a good thing because more people will buy fruits now.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a mobile ringtone has replaced the sound of Swiss church bells. The idea of replacing the pealing of bells with mobile phone rings began as a joke, but the project eventually became a reality. Recapping the main stories for tonight, driver involved in Kasabu accident still missing. Methodist Church warns its ministers and Newtown estate to be demolished. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we're asking, do you think the Fiji Sevens team can win the World Cup in San Francisco? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day is a beautiful sunrise from Nandi Airport Fire Service sent in by Solomone Mualaulau. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ से जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फिजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।